right, it is 6:44 time now for your health check. COVID cases starting to tick back up in at least 25 states. Public health officials are blaming that Delta variant, which they say is more transmissible than other strains of the virus, and low vaccination rates in some of those areas. The CDC saying 99.7% of people who currently have COVID are not vaccinated. But it's not just the number of cases on the rise, it's the number of people in the hospital.
We're seeing a lot of more intubations this go around, younger people that are getting this Delta variant.
In Missouri, one hospital is borrowing ventilators and pleading for more respiratory therapists to help handle the growing number of COVID patients there. It may seem like the finish line for the coronavirus pandemic is in sight here in the U.S., but scientists warn 5 large clusters of unvaccinated people in this country could really push that finish line back. Researchers at Georgetown University tracking COVID vaccination rates identified 5 clusters specifically of unvaccinated people that they say could pose a problem. Those clusters include people in Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. Most include rural areas, but also some smaller cities. In all, more than 15 million people live in those clusters, and less than 30% are fully vaccinated. The U.S. COVID-19 vaccination tracking project also points out the fact that these clusters are a problem. They point to the fact that we don't interact with other people at random. Instead, we socialize with people that live near us, meaning that these clusters of unvaccinated people have a greater chance of interacting with other unvaccinated people, which allows COVID to spread. So why does all this stuff matter? Why do these clusters matter, especially if you're already vaccinated? Well, here's the deal. According to scientists, they warn that these areas could be the next breeding ground for a COVID-19 variant. So the Delta variant is already much more contagious, they say, than the original COVID-19, and vaccines appear less effective against it. The next variant could be, they say, worse. Experts warn the longer COVID spreads, the more opportunity that the virus has to mutate. Now, with the Delta variant of COVID-19 quickly on the rise, the race to vaccinate is more critical than ever. So let's break down how North Texas is doing. Check this out. The Department of State Health Services says in Dallas County, 50% of the 12 and over population is fully vaccinated. Tarrant County is at 48%, Collin County at 60%, Denton County at 54%. So we've got a lot more information for you about the Delta variant online. We've made it easy for you to find. If you need to know more about symptoms or the strain itself, you can text the word Delta to this number on your screen, 214-977-6028. We'll send that information directly to your phone. And that's your health check.